Unless you've been living under a rock the last week, Tim Pool confronted the canned water brand CEO and co-founder of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario, on plastic being allegedly in the actual can of the product, which we're going to put to the side. What we're going to focus on today is their prior claim that 10% of their profits, notice that I didn't say revenue or sales, but profit, was being donated to various charities and nonprofits to fight plastic in the ocean. But you are somebody, I am nobody. Like and subscribe, and be sure to hit that little bell icon, would ya? Now let's look at Tim Pool's video and do a play-by-play of sorts.
One other question I have, it says on this can, we donate a portion of the profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. I checked your site. Do you want to explain? I don't know if you're allowed to tell us what portion of the profits actually goes towards fighting plastic pollution.
Notice that what is currently on their site and on their cans says that there's a portion of profits that go to help kill plastic pollution. Keep that in mind for later.
Well, in the early days of Liquid Death, we had a specific number. We had, it was like 5 cents a can was what we donated in the very early days. As the business, well, actually, the original thing was 5% of the profits we were donating.
Okay, Mike, which is it? 5 cents or 5%? But how about this? I'll clear it up for you, because this is what you said on the Mind Pump show in 2019.
And we're kind of having fun with, I think health is one thing, and I think sustainability is another category that has just sort of been branded as like hippie and tree hugger and like whatever, where it's like, no, why can't recycling be fucking cool? So, we're launching an initiative coming up soon called Death to Plastic. And that's
awesome. Yes.
And we're going to donate, like 5 cents from every can sold to help clean up plastic waste from the ocean and help get rid of plastic.
So are you sure you want to stick with 5%, or does that not count as the early days? Because this clip is from May 5th of 2019, and your company launched in January of 2019. I can also confirm that in an email interview with Pittsburgh Music Magazine, you stated, and I quote, "We're proud to work closely with the Thirst Project and Five Guyers," if that's how you pronounce it. Donating 5 cents from every can sold to helping people access safe drinking water in communities around the world where it's not immediately available, and cleaning up plastic garbage out of the ocean. We're continuing to look for new ways that we can do our part in helping the environment. So from the get-go, I have no reason to trust the CEO of this company. First it's per can, then it's 5% of total profits, but you know what? Let's just continue.
Your site in 2021 says 10%.
No, not 10%.
The website Liquid Death archived 2021 says 10% of all sales per can goes to fighting plastic pollution.
That was never on our site. It's
how much you want to bet?
10%.
You want to bet?
It doesn't say 10%.
How much you want to bet? Gentleman's bet, because I have the archive pulled up.
$1 million.
Are you sure?
I'm ready. I know we never put that on there.
Everyone watching right now can see archive.org. 10% of the profits from every can is donated to help kill plastic pollution. I don't know if you're able to see. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I can't put it on my screen. If you everybody watching can see that it says 10%. Buddy, you owe me $1 million. Hey, you said it.
Tell me where to make the check out.
I don't know, to a plastic fighting charity.
Yeah.
I'm not mad that you're saying 10%.
Oh, Mr. Poole, I think you're gonna be a little bit more mad after watching this video. Okay, you gotta admit, the look on Mike's face just finding out that he owes a charity an additional $1 million. But what really interests me is what Mike says after this, because this is what inspired me to look a little bit deeper into the situation.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good.
I could show you detailed legal stuff within there. That is someone who needs to be fired that was running our website, because that is it's never been on a can. It's never been anywhere else. Like, that is not at all what we've ever claimed. Like, that's somebody who copied and pasted something that's a typo, and it's not on there now, and it's not ever going to be on there. That's not true.
August 1st, 2021, Liquid Death website.
It's not,
and then it lists,
that's a typo, and it's been updated. And if you look on every can we have now, every packaging thing we have now, it does not say that.
Yeah, currently it just says we donate a portion
So it's never been anywhere else, never written down. It was a typo. There was miscommunication somewhere, and someone in marketing should be fired. Well, I think it's time to dig a little deeper. Don't you think, Mike, CEO of Liquid Death? Now, I couldn't find any photos of Liquid Death cans saying anything about the 10%, but what I can clarify using the Wayback Machine, thank you Tim Pool, is that you had the 10% portion up from August 2021 to January of 2022, and the next is from March of 2022, which no longer has the 10% listed on the site. So that means you want us to believe that for at least 6 months you had no idea that this was listed on your site and should fire a marketer for miscommunication? Now, you're the CEO, which is a very demanding title for someone who talks about marketing and brand stuff so much. But you know, these kind of things just happen. But okay, fair point. But let's keep digging. On June 10th, 2021, you did what seemed to be an email interview with Kelly McNeely from the site Horror Fuel, where she states, and I quote, "I get what you're saying. I love that not only is the water itself is awesome, but it's also backed by a good cause, and that 10% of your profits go to ending the plastic crisis. Tell us about your mission." And if you notice your response, you don't correct her, even a little bit. But that is what Kelly said and not what you said. So even though it's a little odd that you didn't correct her, I'll call it sus, but not evidence. But let's jump to a podcast on January 26, 2022. From Damn Good Brands, where during the intro, Nick Taylor, the host, has an intro that says something peculiar.
It costs so much money to melt it down, which is what sends a lot of plastic into landfills and into the ocean. It's extremely heartbreaking. The planet has been overrun by plastic pollution, and Liquid Death is here to do something about it, which is why 10% of profits from every can sold helps kill plastic pollution.
Now, Mike, CEO of Liquid Death, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on this because it's an intro, which many times in podcasts are pre-recorded later, and the guest never even hears them during taping. But what we can confirm that the donation claim was on the can, citing an article on hightimes.com in October of 2022 by Keegan Williams. And I quote, "Each 16.9-ounce Liquid Death Tallboy has text reading #DeathToPlastic, and we donate 10% of profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution." Why would someone write that in October of 2022 if it wasn't on the can? That just saying. But you know, at the end of the day, I don't have any solid proof. It could have been a marketing error. Maybe someone should be fired. If only there was an obscure podcast where the CEO of Liquid Death literally says out loud that they donate 10% of profits explicitly on their can. So I'm going to ask you again, Mike, CEO of Liquid Death. Did you advertise 10% of profits going to charity to fight plastic?
It's
How much you want to bet?
10%.
See, are you sure about that?
It's never been on a can. It's never been anywhere else. Like, that is not at all what we've ever claimed. Like,
Is that the story you want to keep going? Because once again, just like Alana Pierce, I'm going to embarrass you.
typo, and it's not on there now, and it's not ever going to be on there. That's not true.
Okay, all right. He's asking for it, so play the clip.
So they were definitely into our sustainability kind of message because that's big for them.
And so what do you, is there anything that you do about sustainability or how you're involved in any type of programs of sustainability? Is there something going on with you guys?
Yeah. So like if on our can, you know, we have this mission that we call Death to Plastic.
Okay.
And then it's like we donate 10% of the profits from every can sold. And then it's like we donate 10% of the profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. So basically, we work right now with 3 different nonprofits that we take a portion of the profits and we give them to.
By the way, this podcast aired November 28th, 2021, which during that time, the company wasn't profitable yet. Now, before I continue roasting CEO of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario, you guys might be asking, who the fuck is Toby Morse? And I looked into Toby, which made this whole thing incredibly ironic, because it turns out Toby Morse was the lead singer of a called and I'm not, you can't make this shit up, H2O. He even has his band's name while tagging Liquid Death on Instagram. Oh, and Toby has a photo with Mike, CEO of Liquid Death, as well. Mike, this means that because of this podcast, some would call this roasting Death by Liquid. Now, the real question is, where do we go from here? Because I think I have done my best to lay out that the CEO of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario, is either allegedly a liar, an unreliable narrator, or simply incompetent in keeping his story straight and has to put the brand in a position that the company could be subject to legal scrutiny. So what I did is fed all the info that I have stated in this video into Grok and asked if there could be any legal consequences to CEO of Liquid Death, Mike Cesario, and Grok states Liquid Death could face significant legal trouble for advertising that it donates 10% of profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. As evidence on cans, the website from August 2021 to January 2022, and in CEO Mike Cesario's statements, if the company was knowingly unprofitable, meaning no profits existed to donate, this raises issues under U.S. false advertising laws, state CCV regulations, and FTC guidelines on deceptive marketing. The risks depend on factors such as intent, actual donations made, the 5 cents per can model or other contributions, and whether consumers were materially misled into purchasing based on the charitable claim. But what do I know? I'm just nobody.